When you look at them on film and you look at their numbers, they do just a phenomenal job on defense, not only in defending the run but the pass as well. They're going to challenge every single play, every single throw. So for us, our perimeter guys are going to have to show up. We got to make some plays out in space, and we got to continue today to put together a game plan and try to attack these guys.
When you're trying to run the ball and they're loading it on you, how do you create? Do you create space with the passing game and then open up the run, or how do you?
Yeah, I think so. I think that you have to find ways to get the ball on the perimeter. Get the ball in space. You got to find different ways to run the ball, and they're going to make it very tough. I think they're giving up 85 yards a game rushing. I mean, something ridiculous. So, and they've been doing it for a long time. This staff knows what they're doing. They're coached very well, and it'll be a great challenge.
You guys were able to kind of dominate the line of scrimmage against Missouri and then not so much against Maryland. What was different?
Yeah, I don't know that there was a lot different, other than maybe just a mentality. But, we're disappointed in that and really at all positions, not only up front with the O-line, but the receiver perimeter blocking as well, and just our running backs. And so just in general, wasn't a really good day for us. And sort of at a loss, not really sure why or what happened. But we were much more physical 2 weeks ago than we were last week.
I think we've kind of been spoiled watching Indiana football the last 4 seasons that, the Hoosiers have always been so effective in the passing attack. That's been like a calling card. That's been like almost always there. Watching film, anything you could detect to explain the struggles against Maryland in that regard?
I think it's a combination of a lot of things. The quarterback missing a couple shots. The quarterback had some pressure in his lap. The pocket kind of got pushed back on him. Receivers maybe not being at the right spot or the right depth of a route can always affect the passing game. So, to me, there's not one thing to pinpoint all the issues on. To me, it's a culmination of all those things that I just mentioned. It'd be easier if it was just one thing, right? But that's football, though. When you have 11 different working parts, it only takes one of those parts to be off, and then the play doesn't work, and that's the nature of the game.
The ability to get Nate and the receivers in sync, which I know is a work in progress and something that just comes with experience. But how do you accelerate that? And I'm sure you already have. But what's the key to accelerating that, especially the rest of the way?
Right, it's a great question. It has a lot to do with what we do during the week on the practice field, with reps that we get on the practice field, with those guys watching film together. People use the word chemistry, and I think we're still trying to develop that chemistry, that we know where everyone's going to be at every time. Nate can trust it and rip it and throw it. So to us, again, it's something that doesn't just happen on game day. It builds starting today, starting yesterday, and then it builds throughout the week. And then on game day, we need to go out and perform.
Have you seen anything different with Nate's fundamentals? Just his delivery, his completion percentage has dropped. I know some of that has to do with the receivers, but just from a physical standpoint, is he?
No, not really. No, he's doing the same thing, and if anything, he's gotten better over the last year or so. He's gotten stronger. So, no, I don't see anything different with his fundamentals.
How much have you tapped into to Noah since he's been there before in terms of game planning? A lot, a little?
Yeah, just a little, because structurally they're still the same. And so, for us to put the film on, we can see where they're fitting, where their responsibilities are. He helps a little bit maybe with some personnel and who are some of their better players. They're more physical players or speed rushers, things of that nature. But overall, in general, not a ton.
Do you go back and look at film and just say, wow, I could have done a better job with the play call here, or a better job there? How do you basically?
Yeah, always. That happens every single week, every single game. Even after the Missouri game when you win, there are always calls that you want back. And I would imagine that's true with any coordinator at any level in football, that sometimes things happen fast and you spit something out and you wish you had it back. But that's the nature of the beast, and that happens. And the idea though is that you limit those. You call more good ones than you do bad ones.
You did get a lot of yards off swing win on Saturday. Do you need to be more creative in getting him the ball? It's been a couple times.
Yeah, you find a way. He's still our leading receiver, I know that he's up there. He's still having a good year in my eyes. Had a couple drops on Saturday. But, he's a guy you want to try to move around as best you can within the structure of our offense when we can. But he's dynamic. We need to find a way to put the ball in his hands.